What's going on, folks? Hope you're having a great weekend. It is Sunday, the 10th of April. Looking at a daily chart here of XRP. We are on TradingView, and we're going to take a look at a couple different levels here with XRP as it sitting quite quiet along with the other markets here. So we have a couple levels here for XRP. Let me get a horizontal line on the chart. Let's see here. So basically right around this 76-cent level is an important area for XRP. And it is going to determine a couple things here. One, you can see we are basically pinned. We're trying to figure out here, XRP anyways, is trying to figure out which way it wants to go. So I had mentioned in another video about XRP that if we breach this 76-cent level, we're probably heading for further downside price action. Well, sometimes you'll get the scenario where it'll reach the stock or crypto will reach a certain level, and it'll pause there for a bit before the move continues. So what we're seeing right now is basically that is playing out. So basically, if we don't break, if we can't get back above this 76-cent level, sooner than later, the price is more than likely playing the odds would favor the price to break down below this and head down lower. So I had mentioned in that video as well, which I think it was the last XRP video I uploaded, that the sooner that we can get above this 76-cent level, the better, because as more time goes by, it starts to favor a move like this happening, which would be a continuation to the downside, and it would basically confirm that this 76-cent level is now going to be overhead resistance. So we have this whole area over here. Let me get something else on the chart here. So we have this whole upper area right now that is basically weighing down on the price. And if we need to see that price for the bullish scenario anyways, get back up into this range and stay up into this range. If it does not do that, we are probably looking at more of a move like this, heading to the south, heading lower for XRP. Now, that is one scenario. So you can get a scenario like that, and then you'll get a reverse move right back up into this range. And sometimes that can be the bottom, and you'll head higher. So it's basically a shakeout. The whales, the big boys in the market, do some interesting things from time to time. Something else on the chart that is a little bit of a concern and basically not pretty is this candle right here for XRP on the 8th of April is a bearish engulfing pattern. Basically set a new high, set a new low, closed lower. Quite ugly, and you can see since then we have been struggling to get back above this 76-cent level on my chart. So that's what I'm watching. If you are interested to know what I have in my charts right now, it's that 76-cent level. It's an important area. The sooner we can get above that level, the better for XRP. Also, let me get rid of this box here on the chart. We have a double top, and so far that has been confirmed, and you'll see to the downside. Basically, I have a double top right here in the XRP daily chart. So that is some overhead resistance, and that double top has played out to the downside, as you can tell from this move from, what was that, the 8th of April? No, that was the 28th of March. Basically, from the 28th of March to present times, April 10th, we have been heading lower. So that double top came in quite perfect. It was looking good for XRP. We were starting to break out, and it found resistance. One at the old high over here, and 2 at the 200-day moving average, which is the red horizontal line on my chart. So that is that. Obviously, that is hindsight, but so when we start to move back to the upside, we'll be looking for a break above these previous highs right here. And that is just like it did on the 28th of March. Whenever we get back up to that area, that will also be an area of price resistance. So we want to see the price break above those old highs back in here. So just simple resistance, support, and resistance. And you can see XRP right now is basically just in this, basically in a no man's land right now, and leaning more towards the bearish scenario. So that's what I'm looking at here on the charts. Now understand this is a very day by day zoomed in approach, and we're on a daily chart like I mentioned. So if you would take a look at something like a weekly chart or even a monthly chart, it's a very more stepped back view, and it gets rid of a lot of the noise which is on the daily charts, especially if you go day by day, which is what I do here. Because every day the chart tells us a story, and it's our job to read it. And those who know how to read it can navigate the market with a little bit more of clarity. So if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and consider doing so. A lot of the viewers, 80-some%, are not yet subscribed. So go ahead and join us on the channel, and let us know your feedback down in the video comments. Greatly appreciate all of the new and current subscribers, and also appreciate everybody leaving comments and sharing your thoughts with the investing community. It's very cool, very interesting. I appreciate all of it, and enjoy hearing what like-minded individuals have to say about similar areas of interest. Pretty cool. So we're going to zoom out here and take a look at a couple other things. So you can see this right around that 76-cent level I have on my chart, which is the white horizontal line that runs all the way across the screen here. So you can see where we're sitting at right now, which is right there at 75 cents or so. You can see that we're trying to find, XRP is trying to find support at old areas of resistance, which is over here. So we have these old areas of price resistance, and XRP is trying to find support back in this level, these old areas. So hopefully we can do that. But like I said, until we can get back above 76 cents, and the sooner we can do that, the better for the bulls, the odds would favor a move to the downside. Now, how low does that go? We don't know. We can just go off old areas of price support. So you have a price support down in here at 55 cents. You have a pretty good wick down here in the 62. So who knows? We'll see. Something interesting, if we take a more stepped back view, let's step back over here to, looks like the April-May time frame, April 5th of 21. I believe it was 21. Yeah, 21. You can see when the price, and I'll go back to current time frames in just a moment here, but I want to show you something. So like I said, you had a top over here on the 24th of November in 2020, and then you had another candle wick up in here on February 1st, 21. So we had a high, and we double topped, and then we basically traded sideways. We did start to trend up, which was quite nice to see if you were holding XRP back in those days, which we were, and consolidated sideways for some time. And then we got a massive break to the upside right here on the 5th of April. And that finally, at that time, it broke these highs here with a ton of strength. And we obviously moved quite higher, basically from 75 cents up to $1.96 or so. So let's take a look at where we're at today. Well, we have a similar thing playing out here. We have a high here And then moving to more recent times, we have another high on the 28th of March. So will we trade down to sideways for current times? And then will we see a similar move like we did back in that April 21 time frame, where we blast to the upside, putting these highs behind us? I think that is the play that will take place, but I think in the short term, we'll head lower to sideways for a bit, but then we'll see a massive break above these highs, and then, you know, ultimately above all of these highs up in here, and probably well above this $1.96 range. I do think that is going to happen, but right now the chart on the small zoomed in daily time frame is telling us that 76 cents is a problem, and we need to get above that. The sooner we can get above that, the better. Otherwise, the price is favoring some kind of a downside move. The downside move could be a one-day move, a shakeout before you actually move higher, but who knows? It all depends on the overall market and yeah, what the whales have planned right now. And their plan right now is to shake people out any way they can, and they're doing it with time in the market. People are expecting this thing to move, and it is just chopping around, wearing people out. So that is one of their ways to get people out of markets, is using time. Sometimes they'll use price, which is you'll get these crazy wicks, these whipsaw days. So what that'll do is that will liquidate leverage traders. It'll run stops. They'll send the price above certain areas, massive percentage moves, and then they'll close it back up to a normal daily range. And what that'll do is that'll liquidate tons of people who are over leveraged, and then they'll move the market usually in the opposite direction. But right now we're seeing the time factor, and they are dragging their feet with this XRP, and that is wearing people out, and you can see it all over the internet. People are throwing in the towel. So who knows what'll happen here, but like I said, 76 cents. That's what I'm watching, not financial advice. And maybe you can watch it as well, and you'll see how the price reacts in this area. But it's a thing of concern. Until this thing can get above 76 cents and hold, the odds right now favor some kind of a downside move. We just don't know how low that'll go. We can do something like this. We can take, I guess we can take something like this high and send it down to this low. And you can see we don't really have any fibs under there. We just have old areas of price support, and then obviously down to that 50 cent range. If we take something else like the all-time high for XRP, and then we'll go down to that, I think it was 11 cents or so, 10, 11 cents. You can see as well, we don't have any fibs under there. All we have is old areas of price resistance and price support. So all this choppy, noisy, nonsense price action down in there. So we will see. Also, another thing that is a little bit more bullish. Let me throw this on the chart before we wrap up this video. Also, guys, if you want to check us out, we have some merchandise over on Amazon, which is right in here. We have t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, and they're all investing, finance related, XRP, futures trading, a couple crypto shirts in there. Give those a check, help support the channel. So let's go ahead and we'll throw this on here, which is basically where we're sitting at right now. And then we'll throw a, let's see if I can get a, I think this is what I want here. Not quite what I want, but that will do the job. So you can see we are sitting in this wedge pattern here. And this thing, at some point, will break higher. But like I said, short term, as the days go by and we're not getting above 76 cents, it's looking a little bit bearish. But at some point, we will get a break. once we get closer to this apex here, which we are day by day, like I said, getting closer, but we might have some kind of a shakeout move down to the downside first. But this triangle wedge pattern will break out to the upside at some point. And we can take the high of this, and then we can take the low basically right in here. And what this will do is it'll give us some overhead projections using this wedge pattern. So if you have, let me try to adjust this real quick for you guys. So taking the swing high to basically the swing low of that wedge pattern, and we even have higher fibs up in there. You can see going off that pattern alone, you could see all of these upper fib levels gives you a $3, $4, $5, and $6 XRP going off this, a breakout of the high of this wedge pattern. So that's quite interesting. And then we actually have a couple other higher fibs way up in here, just using this wedge pattern. And you can see that there. Now I will fill in the other fib levels up in here, but right now I have the 21 and the 8. I also have I think it's a 34 up there. $12, $31 XRP, and then we have a $49 XRP hitting up to the 34 Fibonacci level. And like I said, that is just going off of this pattern here, this high to this low. And if we take the all-time high and all-time low, you'll get much triple-digit XRP prices. So that is like I said, more of a zoomed out look. But in the short term, I would be keeping my eye on that 76 cent range, and we want to see the price get above that. And if we could do it today, that'd be great. The sooner the better. But we don't really have too much under the market besides just our old areas of traded price action, and that is it. So got to have patience. Those who have been in this thing for a couple years, that's just the way it is sometimes. So, but it is very obvious that this is a crazy long consolidation wedge pattern. Call it what you will. We have a massive cup with handle forming over multi-years. Same with the monthly chart. So this thing is basing like crazy, and we will see a massive move to the upside at some point. Just like we broke the highs over here and moved up huge, that will happen again. When that happens, who knows? It might happen quick. It might take a couple days and then break out fast. Time will tell. But XRP, using history, when it goes fast. So usually you want to be positioned before something like that starts to unfold. So, all right, everybody. Thanks once again. Go ahead and consider subscribing to the channel. Check out our links in the video description. Help support the channel, and have a great rest of your weekend. I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care.